Hello, sixth graders. So I'm going to explain to you what you need to do for part 6 in your packet. So once you finish the second page where you're looking on the websites for all the prices, then you go to step 6. And what it says is your first task is to create an accurate representation of our classroom floor plan. That's what our floor looks like if you were looking at it from above, looking down. So our classroom is a very long rectangle, and what you need to do is you're going to be measuring the size of our room in inches, and then we'll convert it into feet, okay? So when you finish, you're going to upload a photo of your graph paper and insert it in your digital packet, but right now I'm just going to have you do a sketch drawing. So you're going to need a piece of scratch paper. You can use notebook paper, whatever you want, and on it you're going to draw a rectangle that's long and skinny. Okay, our classroom is longer than a piece of paper, so that's why I used a little bit more of a narrow rectangle on the page. So the first thing you need to do is measure from wall to wall across, but you need to be careful because the door is pushed in a little bit on that wall. So you want to find another spot in the room where you can measure from that actual wall to the window wall, okay? Make sure that when you grab a meter stick that you're using a size that has inches, not centimeters, okay? So you want to make sure that you use the inches side. You're going to measure all the way across. Now the cool thing about our room is that the floor tiles are square and they're exactly 12 inches. So you can measure the squares across, but if you get to a square that's not complete at either side, you need to measure how many inches and add those outer squares together, okay? When you do that, you're going to record that number either here for the width of the classroom or at the top wherever you left space, okay? And make sure that you record in inches. Then you're going to do the same thing from the front of the room where the whiteboard is all the way to the back of the room, okay? You can count the complete squares. That's how many feet, okay, which is 12 inches. So you can count the squares and multiply by 12, or you can just record the feet. And then you need to take the square that's up here by the whiteboard is not a complete square, and the one at the back I don't believe is a complete square. So you have to add those together. And you'll record that number here for the length of the room, okay? I will help you do the conversions into into feet from inches, but you need to have that recorded, okay? And there is a correct answer. Our room is not changing, so everyone in the class should have roughly the same answer. Then what you're going to do is you are going to start to sort of measure the desks and how far out the desks come from each wall, because what you're going to do is you're going to then sketch the desks, my desk, and you want to do the little corner of the room where the door sticks out, okay? So when I look at your paper, it should look like I'm looking at our classroom from through the ceiling, okay? So anything that's pretty much stuck in our room, like the desks and the door and my desk, I want to see on your paper. The cabinets and the garbage cans and the chairs, all of that, you don't really have to draw, but I want an overall view of our classroom. What you're going to do after you sketch it, you're going to put your final draft onto a piece of graph paper, and it's going to be an exact scaled model of our classroom. And then you'll take a picture of it with the camera in class or the iPad, and then we'll upload it to the computer, and you can insert it into your white packet that's on the computer, okay? So you should get started with that. If you have any questions, ask me, but I wanted to make sure that everyone had the same directions on what to do, and if you need a meter stick, I will have those out, okay? Good luck.